Today we're going to see the polar plots. What do you mean by polar plots is based on the polar plots we will be deciding the system is stable or unstable by observing the polar plots and based on certain conditions known as critical point, whether this critical point is enclosed by the polar plot or not, and we will be deciding the stability or stable system is stable or not just by observing the polar plot, that critical point is enclosed or not. If the polar plot is enclosed by the critical point, or this critical point is enclosed by the polar plot, then system is unstable. If critical point is not enclosed by the polar plot, then system will be stable. Critical point not enclosed, system stable. Critical point enclosed, system will be unstable. Okay, we will see certain polar plots. There are 4 different types of polar plots, starting from type 0 to type 3. Okay, let us see one by one. So this is type 0. This will be the type 0 order 1. That is, the general function will be 1 divided by 1 plus Ts. This will be called as what? Time constant form. Okay, this will be type 0 order 1. Order will be 1 for type 0, s to the power 0. This will be called our type 0 order 1, because anything power 0 will be 1. And for this type 0 order 1, this will be the polar plot starting from omega equal to 0 to omega equal to infinity. Okay, now let us see type 0 order 2. Type 0 order 2. Type 0 order 2 means we get 1 divided by order 0 will be, type 0 will be this one, s power 0. So anything power 0 will be what? 1. So nothing will be here specified. Only time constant forms will be 2. Let us see. Type 0 order 2 type 0. 1 plus T1s into 1 plus T2s. So for this type 0 order 2 will be, this will be type 0 order 1. Then type 0 order 2 will be omega equal to 0, and it will be reaching up to infinity. This will be order 2. Similarly, order 3 will be starting from omega equal to 0 to infinity. And order 4 will be reaching into the 4th quadrant. Okay, this will be the order 4. This will be the order 3. This will be the order 4. Okay, based on this polar plot, we will be defining the system will be either stable or unstable. System will be stable if critical point, we will be deciding this critical point, that is minus 1 plus j0, is called critical point. If this minus 1 is enclosed, -1 is enclosed by the polar plot, then system will be enclosed unstable. Not enclosed, system will be stable. Okay, let us take an example to understand this. Okay, let's come to an example. As I said, polar plots will be based on two conditions. One will be what? A critical point. If critical point -1 is enclosed, -1 is enclosed means system will be unstable. -1 is not enclosed, system will be stable. Okay, so let us take, as I said, the polar plots will be based on the transfer function, open loop transfer function. Let us take an example. G is equal to some example. This will be what type of, what will be the type for this example? Type will be, so as you can see, the polar plot is ended up in 1 2 3 third quadrant, so type 0. So this example will be type 0, order 3. We will not go much into the example. We will just see whether the system is stable or unstable. Okay, as I said, this will be what? Type 0, order 3 example. And what we have to see here, whether the critical point is enclosed or not by the polar plot. This will be the polar plot. And -1 plus j0, -1 plus j0, as you can see, this will be a unit circle where this polar plot, as you can see, it will be reaching from 0 to infinity. And how to check means, for this polar plot to its right side, as you can see, this is moving 0 to infinity, to its right side, whether -1 is enclosed or not. For this polar plot, right side for this polar plot, is this right side any -1 is enclosed? No, not enclosed. -1 is over here. This will be the polar plot. -1 is not enclosed, system will be stable. Okay, you have to check the polar plot. For this polar plot is -1 is enclosed of its right side, so -1 is not enclosed, system will be stable. Right. Okay, this way we will be solving for type 1, type 2, type 3. As you can see here, type 0 for this will be what? Type 1, order 2, like this. Can solve a number of examples. Okay.